Just wanted to come and give a little bit of a sneak peek update on what's happening in the back end of Ignite Vision. And as many of you know, I've had this intention slash goal to have 100 conversations with 100 different people, women, by the end of September. And my stats, I didn't get my, it's, I've reached out to well over 120 people personally. That doesn't count the emails that some of you have received. If you're not getting the emails from me, look in your spam, and I don't know where they go, but I've had some people respond back from those. It doesn't count that. It doesn't count the people that have just messaged me from my public Facebook. So I have reached out personally because that's really the best way to reach people. And I've had 27 conversations. I've got about 20 more scheduled. So you do the math. I haven't done it today, and it's been a crazy day so far. But the data is what that's why I'm doing it, is for the data. So I'm just giving you a little culmination of what I'm discovering. And I've just kind of got a little note back here. First, I'm discovering that a lot of women know a lot. Like, in fact, most everyone I've talked to has alluded to the fact that they've done this work, attempted this work for many years, read books, gone to courses, all that. So they know a lot. And they don't, and sometimes that adds to the self-judgment because they know better, but they can't feel better, right? Some of you can relate to that. The second is how emotional numbing happens, which is completely understandable because when you're scared, the survival instinct is to hide and to not look. It's like looking at, I call it running to the roar, under the bed, the monster under the bed idea. So yeah, you don't want to see and you don't want to feel. Had a few tell me that they don't cry because crying is vulnerable. Crying, they lose control and they may not ever stop. That was a really big one. Lots of people feel, lots of women feel emotionally numb. People pleasing is still at one of the very top things that people are talking about in various ways, and it's fun to also hear those that have been doing Ignite Vision work primarily know the people pleasing conundrum, but they also when you're starting to unwire and unfire that pattern, we can get very reactionary and we can go the other direction just to kind of fight. And sometimes you need to do that. Sometimes that reactionary feeling of, no, and it doesn't matter what you want, and it doesn't matter how much I can help you, and I'm not going to do it because I'm not going to be a people pleaser, and you're not going to make me, right? It's a lot of reactionary energy because they feel so much judgment and resistance, and they're just coming out of the pattern. So it's normal. And in the doing of that, you're going to find that sweet spot of responsibility instead of reactionary. All right, but people pleasing is a huge one that's still showing up. Yeah, and then there's just some talk and different variations of how unmet expectations in life, right? Like that's probably, we've just had this house sale in Oregon, it just fell through, and a house purchase in Florida, and how you just attach to certain expectations even when you know better. Like I caught myself in, I had massive days, a couple of days of sadness, and I was watching from Observer, which is what we talk to do, teach you to do, and I was watching my sad Kim. And I was like, you thought you weren't attached. You thought you didn't have an expectation. You thought you were enlightened and had it all figured out and you weren't going to do that. But obviously that's not true, is it, Kim? Because look at how you feel. There wasn't any judgment in it. It was just pure observation, and it was assessment. I was assessing, okay, I did get in there. Chatter did get in there and got weaseled some attachment in there, weaseled some expectation that I was attached to. And when you are like I've been doing this work a long time, when you're new to this, and a lot of the people I had conversations with had a lot of life disruptions, adult children or children leaving the house and you not having control over what they do, and them making decisions that you wouldn't necessarily agree with. You had an expectation for what your children would do, your spouse would do, your job would do, your friends would do. There's just expectations everywhere that maybe we're not even typically aware of unless we bring awareness to it. So, and that is the source of a lot of pain, is unmet expectations, or feeling like there's so much uncertainty, and what can I really put my faith into? It's a good question, because we always want to put our faith into an external thing instead of that place inside us that's completely safe, that we haven't experienced enough yet. And that's the experiential part of Ignite Vision. We don't just talk about Pillar 1, we go in and experience Pillar 1 in emotional rewiring exercises in the daily practice. So, all right, so that gives you a little bit. I'm just looking down at the notes, and I'm still looking for people that will do it with me. And hang on, I got to get back to my screen where you guys are. I left you. Here you go. So yeah, and if you're getting this on a YouTube video or watching this on my YouTube station, if you haven't subscribed to my YouTube, go do that, please. That would really be great, because you won't miss anything. And these lives go there, but they disappear in the Facebook group over 30 days. But it's really helpful for me to pinpoint specific things as I build the next iteration of Ignite Vision. I want to make sure that we are guaranteeing transformation. Like, I'm very confident that what we're doing here in Ignite Vision, for most of you, it's behind the scenes. You have no idea. You're lurking in my email list, or you're lurking in the Facebook group, or you're just lurking on my YouTube channel, and you have no idea the inner workings of the transformation process that Ignite Vision employs. And it's flippin' exciting. And that's why I want to attract more people that need it. And I've got to have that specific languaging that these conversations are helping me discover. So one last thing, that's it. I'll put my link here if you want to schedule with me. Be very appreciative. Also, the early bird special for our Phoenix retreat in November 6th through the 8th, I believe. And I'm just waiting to see the demand. I've got a couple of properties reserved, but they've got cancellation ability. So I'm watching to see. I believe everyone who's supposed to be there will be there, and there's no FOMO or pressure to be there. But just so you know, if you feel the call to come, follow that call, because it's very transformative. It's not sitting around taking notes. It's relationship building, and it's immersion, the immersions experiences that we'll have together. And it can feel scary. Like, if you haven't really gotten into there under the bed, so to speak, and you feel it emotionally, you feel like some fear showing up, like, oh no, what am I going to have to do? What's going to happen? Shh. There's absolutely, you'll be completely safe. And it can be scary. I'm not saying it's not going to be, because you're going to completely, when you start dying to these pieces of you that were created from fear and the ego, that part of you is going to go, abort, don't do it, you could die. That's what it feels like. And when you start realizing that that's what it's going to feel like, it's like when I had babies, right? Like, I knew for 9 months that it was going to be flippin' painful, and I did it 4 times. What? So, like, that it could be painful, and it's worth it. So, if you feel pulled or called, or you have questions about it, let me know. Reply to this, respond to this, send me smoke signals, something. Let me know. All right. Love you guys.